Welcome to the Workamper Show, a podcast devoted to helping you discover how to finance your RV travel dreams. I'm Steve Anderson, the president of Workamper News. Each one of our episodes will either introduce you to people who are already living the RV lifestyle or to opportunities to work short-term jobs. You'll also learn how to hit the road the right way and make the most of every opportunity. Now let's turn over today's show to your host, Greg Gerber.
Thank you, Steve. This week I'll be speaking with an employer from Michigan who has a lucrative short-term work camping opportunity this fall, helping to harvest sugar beets. Today's episode is sponsored by Workamper News. With its Diamond and Platinum membership tools, Workamper News is much more than just a job listing website. When you put the tools of this professional service into action, you'll find out just how easy it can be to turn your work camping dreams into reality. The one-year memberships open the door to a one-stop shop for all things work camping. Being the original resource for work camping, you'll find the largest number of job listings, be able to connect with the community of work campers, and view resources compiled by experts who've been enjoying the RV lifestyle for many years. If you're serious about leading a successful and enjoyable work camping lifestyle, then a Diamond or Platinum membership is for you. You can even get started with a free 30-day trial by visiting www.workamper.com/trial. Embark on new adventures today with the support of Workamper News behind you. Crystal Barnett is a project manager for Express Employment Professionals, a company based in Grand Forks, North Dakota that hires work campers for a variety of jobs. Today, she's talking about an opportunity for 400 work campers to help harvest sugar beets this fall in the thumb of Michigan. Work campers will be working specifically for Michigan Sugar Company. They are not working in the fields helping to remove beets from the ground. Rather, work campers serve at receiving facilities where truckloads of sugar beets arrive for processing. Trucks deliver beets to the site where they are unloaded, piled, and tested for sugar quantity. There are generally 3 different work camper positions available. The first is a caretaker, which takes samples of the arriving beets and submits them to a lab for testing. And caretakers also make sure that the grounds remain free of any obstructions or hazards. Pilers operate equipment that signals truck drivers where to dump their loads. They are also responsible for ensuring people on the ground stay out of harm's way. Piler jobs are often given to people who have experience operating small equipment, such as forklifts. Those work campers undergo an audition to get a piler job. Harvest leaders oversee an entire crew during the season. They come in about a month earlier than the other work campers to get more specific training. People who have management experience are encouraged to apply for the leader jobs. Outside of the scale house, the jobs take place outdoors in different types of weather. Most work campers are on their feet the entire 9-hour shift. The season starts in mid-October and generally extends 21 days. The company asks for a 30-day commitment in case of really bad weather that can grind the operation to a halt or slow things considerably. It's very easy for work campers to put in 40 hours a week, and overtime pay is available but not required. There are no days off during the actual harvest, so work campers can put in 21 days in a row if weather cooperates. However, work campers can expect to make $1,300 per week with overtime. To tell us more about the opportunity to participate in the Michigan beet harvest this fall, please welcome Project Manager Crystal Barnett with Express Employment Professionals to the show. Thanks for joining me today, Crystal. I really appreciate the time. We've interviewed Express pros, people who have worked there for many years and several times on this podcast, but never about the Michigan beet harvest. Tell us a little bit about the company and what this is all about.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me today. Express Employment Professionals has worked through many companies, as you said, and the Michigan beet harvest is one of the adventures that we put out there for work campers. So this is a seasonal opportunity for people to come to Michigan and have a work camper experience through Express and through Michigan Sugar Company. And we're excited to share today about that. Express has been working with work campers since 2006, and we have been with Michigan Sugar now that we're going on our 5th year that we've partnered with them for the Michigan beet harvest.
Okay, so these are the work campers going to be involved in the harvest, but they're not actually going into the field pulling up the beets. Am I correct?
You are correct. And thank you for asking that. It's one of the number one questions that we do get. No, we are at the factory sites and different piling sites is what we like to call them. And we are there welcoming the beets that the farmers and their laborers have prepared and brought in trucks. And we are on site doing a lot of traffic direction for the different trucks that come in. We run the piling machines. We are on the site and not out in the field.
What are some of the jobs that the Workampers are doing during the harvest then?
Yeah, so we have several jobs. One of the most important and one of the biggest ones that we hire for is what I would call the groundwork. You'll hear the phrase caretaker. So that worker's responsibility is they're going to be working with the trucks as they come in. So the trucks are going to come in filled with all the beautiful beets for the season, and we are going to direct them, line them up to the piler. That's the name of the machine that takes all the beets. They're going to sometimes take samples. We have a caretaker. So the farmers are paid based off of sugar content of their beets. So we will take samples as they come through from each farmer and send those to the lab so that way they can find out the sugar content of their beets. They do a lot of cleanup on the ground, just keeping it safe for everybody. Any beets that might have fallen out of the truck, they're making sure they're removing those from the ground and just making a safe environment for everybody to work. So that's one of our most popular. We also hire, I guess I would say our second most popular would be a piler operator. So this person actually is operating the piler. They're directing by signals. There's signals on each side of the piler. So we can basically stage 2 trucks at one time. They're going to be telling the driver when to dump his load, when to move forward, move backwards. And the piler operator is basically in control of the piler itself and also watching the ground people, making sure that everybody's safe. And their job is a fun but responsible job. And that's pretty popular with a lot of people. We also offer, and this is by audition, so we take a survey of people that have special equipment experience, so maybe forklift, telehandler, different experience like that. And we compile a list, and when you come to Michigan, you can do an audition, and Michigan Sugar hires for those positions through us. You're still an express employee, but you are offered that position once you've went through the audition there in Michigan. So those are a few of the jobs. Sometimes we have scale house jobs open. So you're able to work inside the scale house and be dealing with giving the tickets to the driver, checking the weight of the truck and the amount of weight the beets have and are basically bringing in. So those are the jobs that we hire for Michigan.
Outside of the scale house, it sounds like most of the other jobs take place outdoors. Am I correct?
You are correct. Yes, this is an outside all element job. It is Michigan. So you can go from beautiful sunny weather to some rain and some clouds. It's definitely the time of season where you need to be prepared for whatever's going to come its way, but it is outside.
And Michigan, like you said, it can be beautiful one day and freezing cold the next, especially
Absolutely.
in the late harvest season. And speaking of seasons, when does the season end for you folks? Or start and end?
Okay, absolutely. So our start date usually runs mid-October. So around October 15th is when our campaign will kick off in Michigan. And it is a 21-day harvest. And so we like to get it started and follow it through. So get through the 21 days. And it can run, we ask for a commitment of 30 days because with weather, we can run up to 30 days getting all of the beets in and getting everything done. So our commitment that we ask in Michigan is from October 15th to November 15th. That's our 30-day window that we like to bring people in.
And how many hours a week are Workampers working during this time?
You can work the 40 plus hours. It's very easy to get 40 hours, especially with weather permitting. And then there's overtime. It's 9-hour shifts. There are some sites that offer 12-hour shifts. That is based off of the need per piling site per station. But it's 9-hour shifts that we have. And it's people ask if it's Monday through Friday. Once the harvest starts, it's Monday till it stops. There is no Monday due Friday. We work until we are able to get all the beets piled on the station.
Does that mean that Workampers may be working 21 days in a row?
Yes. If weather is beautiful like we like it and we can get in there and get it done, we will work every day that we are able to work, and we would love to just start it and finish it in 21 days. Last year, we had a couple of days where Mother Nature had a mind of her own and decided that we needed a day or two off. But for the most part, we love to get in there, and you can expect to work the 21 days straight.
That's fine. And when they're working the 9-hour shifts, that starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, or is it before sun rises even?
We have 14 piling sites in the state of Michigan and for the harvest. So each piling site has their own hours. I can give you a ballpark. So one of the most popular shifts that you'll see is the 6 a.m. shift. That is some of our sites. Not all of our sites are 24 hours. And the earliest that somebody usually starts is between 5:30 and 6 a.m.
That's easy enough. That's early. It's
Yeah.
farming, right? They get up
Absolutely.
that early.
Absolutely.
I've heard the sun is up then, but I need to do more research in that.
Yeah. I didn't realize it until I started working the harvest. And I realized the sun does come up.
Is overtime required, or is it just available?
Overtime is available.
Okay.
It is not required of you, but it is available. And quite often, most work campers will jump on that experience to make the money that they have wanted to make. And that's what made them come and do the job in the first place.
Speaking of money, what kind of money, how much money can a work camper make in this job?
At this job with our total harvest, if you can work it and get the overtime and make all the 9-hour shifts and get everything done, you can make in the 21 days each week up to $1,300.
Wow, $1,300 a week. So you're working hard for a couple of weeks, but it gives you a lot of good spending money for Christmas.
It does. A lot of people, it's the end of the year for them. So they're doing holidays, catch up. There's a lot of different reasons that bring people to come, and be able to make that money in this short amount of time is a good benefit.
And it's also a great job for work campers who are between positions, because in some parts of the country, the summer season has ended around the middle of October, and they're on their way down to their winter job. And this is a great way to get in there and make a couple of $1,000s pretty quick.
Absolutely. We see a lot of people just doing just that. They have their summer jobs. They come to Michigan, do their fall job. A lot of people head south after that, or head to family and then head to their winter job. So this is a great opportunity in the fall for somebody to come and make some good money.
How many work campers are you expecting to hire this year?
We are looking for 400 work campers in
Wow.
Michigan. We do a total of hiring close to 900, but we like to bring in at least 400 work campers. That's our goal.
400 work campers. So are there any special traits or qualifications required?
There are skills and abilities. There's different ways. One of the things is to lift 25 pounds. And there's what's called a checklist. So we have a checklist that we go over. It's not a high school diploma. We're not looking for different qualifications, college graduation. That is not a part of our qualification. Most of it is the skills and ability to make sure that you're comfortable with, you're on your feet for 9 hours a day, if not longer, being able to lift and bend, and if you need to shovel some beets out of the way. So there are some qualifications to do the jobs that most people are able to do.
Now, some seasoned citizens might look at that and say, there's no way I can stand for 9 hours, but you have a lot of people over 50 who are doing this.
Absolutely, Greg. There are, and I would have to say, they are some of our best workers. The age is just a number. And so we do not discriminate at all against anything. Most importantly, against age. If you meet the qualifications and your body and your mind says you can do it, we welcome you. Absolutely. And that group, that age group, we have quite a few, and they do a phenomenal job.
And are you recruiting right now?
We are. We actually recruit all year. So our harvest ended last year in 2022, and within 2 to 3 weeks, we were already recruiting for 2023. So it's ongoing. We don't stop. we continue to reach out and recruit throughout the year.
And how do you usually acquire your work campers? Is it just by putting ads on Workamper News?
No, it's so many different things. So a couple of the things that we do, we have a great social media director. He is out there getting word out on our Facebook page, our Instagram page, Workamper News. We are constantly out on social media. And then one of the biggest things that I still believe matters and I believe goes a long way is word of mouth. And so we have a lot of people that are referred to us because somebody else worked the harvest and they're out on the road meeting them and they heard about the Michigan beet harvest and they're spreading the word. We have a referral program that we have people that don't even work the harvest and they take some of our cards and throughout the year spread them out at campgrounds and different events that they go to. And so I would say there's quite a few ways that we get the word out there, and we love that the public, and we call them rehires. So it's people that we've rehired year after year. They're out there just telling people about it. And it's a great way to communicate with people about an event that they can do as you're out on the road.
What's involved in the hiring and interviewing process?
Okay. So if you're interested in the harvest, we have a website. So it's Michigan Beet Harvest, and that's beet spelled with 2 E's. And the pun is intended. We want that there. So the MichiganBeetHarvest.com. So an applicant would get on there, start little application that you're going to fill out. And then you're going to get an email that says, thank you so much for filling out this application. You will be contacted soon by what we call a Workamper coordinator. And that is my favorite part. Our Workamper coordinators here at Express are phenomenal with having all the details that you need. And so you're going to have a 35 to 45 minute conversation. It's going to be one-on-one. You can ask all the questions you need to ask. They're going to tell you every part of the harvest that they can think of that we have thought of as a company to share with you, to prepare you, to make sure it's a good fit for you. And then you're going to make a decision with your Workamper coordinator. Once that application is filled out, you're going to have that same Workamper coordinator speaking with you. We stay in contact all year long. So every month you have some form of communication with your Workamper coordinator regarding the harvest.
And how long does it take you to make a hiring decision?
We tell people, after the initial phone call, you'll be asked at the end if you would like to accept this conditional job offer. A lot of people say, why is it conditional? It's conditional because we need you to show up. And that's why we say that. And we can end a phone call if all parties feel like it's a good fit. If we as Express feel like it's a good fit for you and you're going to succeed as well as the Workamper, it's a good fit for them, then at the end of the Workamper call, we will offer you the conditional job offer. And again, that is making sure you show up. We have online documentation that you have to fill out for the lovely government and get that paperwork out. So there's quite a few things that you process through, but once you've committed that initial job offer accepted, it's pretty easy to just keep coming and get in your rig and whatever you're traveling in and just show up.
It's not like you folks are going to tell somebody that drove across the country to get up there, it's sorry, we really don't have a job for you. All the other conditions were met, correct? It's just...
Correct. If that case would ever happen, Greg, it would be I don't even know how to word what it would be, honestly, because we communicate the whole year. So you know what documents you need. We tell you what you need to wear. We tell you every detail to make it successful. So if someone's traveling, let's say from California, which we do have quite often, they're going to be as prepared as we can help them be to be able to come and do the job successfully, show up and have everything they need to commit to the job for that 30 days.
What can a Workamper do to stand out among all the other applicants if they really want this job?
One of the things is put a resume. We look at resumes. That helps us. One of the positions, if I can go back, if you don't mind, I did not mention, is we also hire for harvest leaders. So we have people that we hire and they actually lead a crew. They come in about a month earlier to the harvest. before anybody else do training. And we are still looking for those applicants. So if you want to stand out and you have management experience, or if you want to stand out and you have special equipment, make sure you fill out the survey for special equipment. Make sure that you put your resume, attach it to your file when you do your online application. Communicate with your Workamper. Tell your Workamper coordinator the skills that you have. We document that. We pay attention to that. Express does a great job looking at the people that we bring in and using those resources. I am a prime example of that. I was a Workamper piling beets my first year, 5 years ago, out in Michigan, and now I am the project manager of the project. And we believe in promoting. We believe we've got great management. We love you to come in as a Workamper and lead our harvest.
What part of Michigan does the harvest take place?
We call it the thumb of Michigan. A lot of people, that's an easy way for them to understand. We have several sites. So we're in the Bay City area. We are in Croswell, Michigan, Sandusky. So the thumb of Michigan is, if you look on the map, they call it the thumb because that's the way it's shaped. And that's where you're going to find most of our piling sites.
Yep. It looks like a mitten. So it's the thumb of the mitten.
Yes. That's it.
Okay. So what can Workampers do if they want to arrive a week or two early or stay a week or two after the harvest is over? Are there any fun things that really attracts people to the area?
Michigan is a beautiful state. I had no idea how beautiful it was. So there are it's a lot of water, of course. The lakes are everywhere. So there's a lot of activities you can do on the water. Even in the fall, you see a lot of people out canoeing and doing different stuff. The parks are beautiful. There's a lot. The UP is beautiful, and it's, I want to say, 3 hours from most of the piling sites that we're at. And so that's a beautiful place that we've heard a lot of people say they've come and worked the harvest and then traveled to the UP to actually explore how beautiful that area of Michigan is.
And football fans would like to go to a University of Michigan football game.
I'm sure they would. I don't really go to that. I am a Buckeye, so I don't go there, but I'm sure there's wonderful people that would want to go to the Michigan football game.
What's one thing that you wish all Workampers knew before they came to work for you?
I wish all Workampers knew that it's not as, especially speaking to the Workampers that have never maybe done this type of job. I myself was deer in headlights, scared to death to do it. And I'm so glad that I just tried it. And so to me, just try it. If you're feeling unsure, you've never worked outside, you've never stood for 9 hours, you've never worked in this type of environment, it is an environment worth trying. I always say try it and then you'll get hooked like I did. But definitely not be afraid to do something different that maybe is different from camp hosting or doing stuff out in the natural park. And all those are beautiful jobs. This is a unique job in itself for a Workamper. And I would say just try it and see it for yourself.
That's great. Now, you had mentioned a website before. Why don't you give that to people again, just so that they can know where to get a hold of you for more information?
Absolutely. It's MichiganBeetHarvest.com.
And that's BEET.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Thank you, Crystal. This has been great information, and I hope it works to attract a lot of Workampers. It sounds like you need a lot, hundreds of them. So get the application in today, right?
Yes, absolutely. You get online, get an application. Again, attach your resume if you have any type of management experience, and we will get a call out to you and we will connect.
Super. Thank you again for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank Crystal Barnett, the project manager with Express Employment Professionals, for coming on the show to talk about a very lucrative job for Workampers to make up to $1,300 per week during the 21 to 30-day sugar beet harvest in Michigan. I have interviewed Workampers and employers in the past who have worked the sugar beet harvest in other states, but this is the first time we've talked to someone about working at a harvest site in Michigan. The fall season in Michigan is spectacular with all the vibrant colors and cooler days. Workampers often arrive in the area a few weeks before the harvest begins to enjoy the fall foliage before heading to their winter jobs. There are 400 openings for Workampers to work the Michigan beet harvest this year. They will be required to lift 25 pounds by themselves, stand for up to 9 hours at a time, and do some bending and lifting. However, I have talked to Workampers in their 60s who find the work to be challenging but not difficult. Express Employment Professionals begins recruiting for the next season as soon as the current season ends. So the company is always looking for Workampers. Applying is as simple as visiting www.michiganbeetharvest.com. There they will find answers to popular questions as well as an online application form. Once the application is submitted, an interview is scheduled. If it seems like the Workampers would be a good fit for the job, a conditional employment offer is extended on the spot. The one condition is that employers need to show up to get the job with all the documents they are told in advance to bring with them. The Thumb of Michigan is a fun place to visit. It's 2.5 hours from Mackinac Island, which is a popular tourist destination depicting 19th century living. The famous Mackinac Bridge is one of the longest suspension bridges in the Northern Hemisphere. The 26,300-foot bridge connects Lower Michigan to the beautiful Upper Peninsula. The Bay City area is about 90 minutes from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and the Big House, a historic 110,000-seat venue where University of Michigan football games are played. The harvest area is also about 4 hours from Toronto, Ontario, and the Canadian side of Niagara Falls. So apply today to get one of the 400 jobs offered to Workampers who would like to make some significant money for the holidays relatively quickly by harvesting sugar beets. For more information, check out www.michiganbeetharvest.com. Today's episode is sponsored by The Dreamer's Journey. It's an online course and community produced by Workamper News. Life is way too short to keep your dreams on hold, so don't be held back by fear because you were designed for more. Get started in the RV lifestyle the right way with this comprehensive guide. For just $29.95 for 1 year of access, Dreamers have unlimited viewing of 50-plus videos to learn things like what type of RV to buy, goal setting, how to budget for the adventure, developing a positive mindset, setting up a domicile, and operating a small business on the road, plus everything about work camping, now to find the right job for you. Each video is 30 to 90 minutes long to give in-depth coverage on every topic. There's no wrong time to get started, so for more information, visit www.rvdreamersjourney.com. That's all I have for this week's show. Next time I'll be speaking with a woman who has been RVing with her husband, work camping, running a roofing business, and road schooling her 7 children during the past 10 years. She certainly has some stories to tell, and I'll have that interview on the next episode of The Workamper Show. If you like our interviews, please consider leaving a review wherever you download the episode. Thanks for listening.